Folks, welcome back to Quest for Glory 3. Last time we changed our money. We bought some honey as bait for the honeybird somewhere out in the savannah so we can make more healing potions or healing pills. Today we're going to continue exploring the bazaar and see what else we can buy. We haven't talked with these three merchants, and then we haven't explored down this way either. Let's get started. Let's talk to this greasy looking guy. Olive oil for cooking fine foods. Oil for sale. That guy looks definitely greasy. This seems to be the carpet of the oil seller. You can see a variety of salad oils. Okay. You see some bottles of aromatic oils. You see a large bottle of olive oil. Now, we are not a thief, so I think oil is going to be less useful to us than it would be for a thief. Let's go ahead and chat with him anyway, because maybe we need this. I don't know why we would, but you greet the oil seller. It would be a good day for me only if you buy some oil, Effendi. Yeah, there was oil for sale in Quest for Glory 2 as well. And we didn't buy it because we didn't need to make squeaky door hinges non-squeaky, I guess. That's what it's used for sneaking into other people's houses and breaking in. So let's chat with him anyway, though. My life would be better if the weapon seller would cease his yakking all the time. So there's a bit of a feud between these two guys. Okay. I have fine virgin olive oil for any use you might have. Okay. And that's, I guess, all he's selling, even though we saw some salad and aromatic oils too. The bazaar is a good place to talk with merchants and buy oil. It is rumored that the leopard men will soon attack Tarna and destroy us all, Effendi. Okay. I think we're going to pass on this for now. Say goodbye to the oil seller. I just don't see a good reason for it now. Do you not think you could use some more oil before you leave, Effendi? No, I don't think so. But thanks anyway. Let's talk to the weapons merchant, since the oil merchant doesn't seem to like him. I see that you are in need of a new weapon. I have one just right for you. What do you mean? Here is the finest of daggers. It too is made of Damascus steel. It too is sharper than a serpent's tooth. It is small enough to be concealed up your sleeve to be ready when your foe least expects it. I have, without a doubt, the best weapons for sale in all of Tarna. If you will be needing a weapon, I am the man you should see. Come, take a look, and buy what you like. Alright. Well, Conrad's definitely more interested in buying weapons than he is oil, but you greet the weapon seller. Welcome, welcome. What weapon can I sell to you today? I don't actually know if we're in need of one, unless we want to get a dagger. We already have a sword. Missouri, my friend. Business has been very good with all this talk of war. Of course. I have weapons of all types. Look around. Whatever interests you, I will be most overjoyed to sell to you. Oh, look, and this is everything that he offers. I have many spears to offer you. The standard spear is a most trusty weapon and can be very useful for hunting. I also have a fine spear for those special occasions like formal weddings and ritual monster killings. I have two types of daggers to fill the needs of the most expert dagger user. I have throwing daggers for damage at a distance, perfectly balanced and sharpened. They are made by the Amonra tribe. I also have a very fine dagger for when combat gets too close for comfort. I have a strong bow, handmade by the Lara tribe. I can make you a good deal on a Lara bow and the daggers of Amon-Ra. Wow. This is a reference to another game by Sierra, Lara bow and the dagger of Amon-Ra. I think that's the second in that series. I don't actually think I've played either of those two games fully. I think I've taste tested at least the second one, I want to say. I don't think I... Conquest of the what was the first one? The Colonel's Bequest? Yeah. I have some Conquest brand arrows in stock. Unfortunately, they are only for the longbow. Another reference to the Robin Hood game, Conquest of the Longbow. I can't even speak. Again, another game I haven't played really. Maybe at some point I will. Okay, cool. Have you ever seen a lovelier sword? So delicately balanced, so smooth and fine. This is a weapon for heroes. Okay. Ah, this is the finest place to be in all Tarna. You can buy anything you need in the Grand Bazaar of Tarna. I have heard talk that Tarna will soon go to war. This is very good news for my business. Well, let's see what we can buy. We could buy a spear for 15 royals. I don't think I'm going to yet. I made the mistake in Quest for Glory 2 of buying things kind of prematurely. I think Conrad has developed a little bit of patience. Not a ton, but I think he's developed a little bit of patience where he's sort of, I'm going to hold on to my money until I really need to use it, because both in the last game and in the first game, he hit situations where he didn't have a lot of money. So I'm going to actually hold on to this for now, but we know that we could get a fine spear here. So not for now. You say goodbye to the weapon seller. Farewell, and may your weapons keep you safe. We're really more interested right now in just exploring and seeing. Oh, I didn't talk to these guys. I'll talk to them on the way back. Okay, what else do we have here? 3 more merchants, it looks like. You can see the river to the east, and Bazaar to the north and south. To the west, you can see the walls of Tarna above the tents. Okay, what is this? You see a tent filled with strings of beads. She reminds you of your grandmother. You see an odd assortment of brassworks. Okay. Well, let's talk to her first. Beads. Beads. Very fine beads. Oh yeah, she's an old. You greet the bead maker. Narak Saeed, Effendi. Very good beads, Effendi. Very pretty. Very good beads. Very pretty, Effendi. You buy pretty beads. Bazaar? Mafimtish, Effendi. She doesn't understand. All she knows is beads. Rumors? Mafimtish, Effendi. Okay, so really all we could do is buy some beads. You know what? Because she's old and she can't really understand, and these are pretty cheap, we are just going to buy some. Let's try to bargain for these. We'll buy some beads. They're pretty cheap. That's right. I have to do this like an animal, clicking like this. She's not going to probably even want to bargain with me, to be honest. Very good beads, 95 commons, Effendi. I don't think we can get this down. She's a stubborn old granny. Alright, very good beads, 95 commons, Effendi. Okay, so we're going to buy these. We actually got points for that. Interesting. Good. Qatar Karak Memnoon, Effendi. You pay for it and put it away in your pack. Okay, so we've got these now. String of beads. The beads are made of carefully hand-polished native wood and shells. Okay. Well, you know, just a little trinket. You tell the bead maker goodbye. Beads. Very good beads, Effendi. Alright, over here it looks like we have a fisherman. Fresh fish. Good day, Effendi. Would you not like some fresh fish for supper? This guy smells fishy. You would too if you sold fish all day. On the boxes you can see some cleaned fresh fish. You can also see some dried fish for traveling rations. You see some fishing poles set for truly relaxed fishing. The buckets have a variety of wiggling fish. Okay. So, we have some fruit, but I think this is where we buy more rations, I think. You say hello to the fish seller. Hello, Effendi. Nice day. You feeling hungry, maybe yes? Fresh fish. All right, mostly am I, but my sister is not very happy. Find me a rich husband, says my sister. I do not know any rich men, says I. Will you be looking for a good wife, Effendi? My sister is really very nice. We can't pursue that further, unfortunately. Our heart is already with the welcome woman, I guess. Ah, you like fish? Very fine. Fresh fish have I. Fresh fish from the river are 1 royal, but if you do not cook them fast, they will not be fresh. However, one who does much traveling, a hero as yourself, may need a fish that is always fine and tasty, if a little chewy. Maybe you like some dried fish for 50 commons, perhaps, Effendi. You know what? We would be interested, but we have 19 rations right now, so I don't think we need any yet. You like the bazaar, Effendi? It is a good place to be meeting with people. It is a very good place to buy my fresh fish, Effendi. The people who live on the river are very much frightened when they go near the waterfall. I have been hearing much talk of strange monsters. That's not the first time that we've heard that. I wrote down waterfall monsters with a question mark, so yeah, there's something going on there. Okay, you say farewell to the fish seller. Bye-bye, Effendi, come soon back. And then we have one final guy here. What is he selling? 1,000 greetings, Effendi. Do you need to climb something? A rope can be most handy. Interesting. Well, let's take a look at our climbing ability. It's 0. So probably not, but we can chat with him anyway. You say hello to the rope maker. A pleasure to see you again, my friend. This guy speaks our language pretty well. It takes me but a week to weave a rope, Effendi. Even so, the things which make a rope must be gathered all the time by my son, Saeed. This bazaar extends north to the money changer and south to the docks, Effendi. You can buy all your rope needs here, of course. There was word on the streets that the Liontars have brought in a peacekeeping task force to prevent the Simbani Leopard Man war. This is good. We do not need a war here. Right. I don't think I need a rope, so rope is generally kind of useful. And it's not that expensive. I just don't know if I need this. But it does seem useful, even if I'm not good at climbing. I feel like I could use this. So I think I am gonna buy this. Conrad's thinking about his future, you know, like, because you could pull something with a rope as well. There's other uses for it. I must support a wife, a son, and 2 daughters with the sale of this rope. Surely you could afford to pay this much for so fine a rope. We lowered it by 4 commons, so we'll come up by 10. We'll come up by 15. The rope will resist both fire and wear, Effendi. You cannot find a better one anywhere for this price. Lowered it by another 3. He's not coming down very much. This is too fine a rope for so little an offer. However, I will accept this much. 91. He's getting close. That's as low as he's gonna go, I think, 90. I will accept your offer, and you shall own a fine rope. Alright. 1,000 thanks, Effendi. May your rope always be at your service. You pay for it and put it away in your pack. Now, I didn't get any points for that, so I think your rope has been finely woven from hemp and other materials. It's mostly fire resistant, but don't try tying up a dragon with it. And is very strong, but don't try dragging around an elephant either. I didn't get points, right? Which makes me think that I didn't need to do that as a paladin, but, you know, it's an interesting thing. Maybe we still can use it. Okay. We got a lot of people here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 folks. I'm just gonna save it here because we've done a little bit now browsing the bazaar. Okay. You are at the south end of the bazaar. The stairs lead to a boat dock, although there are no boats there currently. You see a cat-like creature known as a kata from the land of Shapir. He has a friendly face and gentle eyes. Well, this might be the kata that we have a note for from Shema to Shala. If this is Shala, then... Hello? Good day, Effendi. Greet. You say hello to the kata. It is a pleasure to speak with you always. What's your name? Thank you for the kindness of asking about me. I am feeling rather homesick for news of Shapir right now. The bazaar is a very friendly place to be with so many talented people with which to deal. And what do you sell? From the beautiful wood of the jungles of Tarna, I carve the wild animals which roam this land. You wear the gift of the kata, friend. The magic of the sapphire pin will always reveal that you are the kata's hero, and always hide from the sight of an enemy. That's kind of cool. I have been told by my friend Sharaka Dar-Rash that a great Lion Tar paladin has returned to Tarna with you. My friend says that Rakeesh Sa Tarna was the greatest ruler Tarna has ever had. You walk with a true hero, my friend. Yes, that is true. Alright, I think... Tell about Shema. Yep. You tell about your friendship with Shema and how she cared for you while you stayed at her inn. My aunt Shema was always so sweet to me as she was with you. It is so good to think of her again. Okay, so this is actually a nephew of Shema. Let's give him this letter. Thank you for your kindness in bringing me this note from my aunt Shema. It is so wonderful to have news of home. It is sad to be so far from Shapir and those for which I care. So, and that's kind of all we can do. So all we did was just... We got some honor for doing that and some paladin points. Just doing nice things for people. Let's maybe buy a carving as well. You decide to buy the carved leopard. It will give me great pleasure to give you this leopard as a gift, my friend. I hope you will accept it as a token of our friendship. Okay, so we actually didn't even need to buy it because we were nice. Wooden leopard. It's a beautifully hand-carved wooden leopard. There's some more leopard symbolism in this game because we already have the leopard men. Rumored to be shape changers, right? Alright. You can see some detailed animals carved from colored wood. A most distinct odor surrounds this stand. This one. Here sit some hogs' heads and a heart. There hangs the carcass of some unknown animal. Okay, so this is meat. You stare at stacks of sausage and meat jerky. Sitting ducks and stool pigeons. This creature is some sort of humanoid canine. His clothes are neat and clean, if a bit hairy, but he has the unfortunate tendency to drool a bit as he pants. So they introduced Kata in the previous game, and now we have dog people too. Hello, master, hello. May this mangy cur be of service to you. May I have the pleasure of selling some tasty meat to you. I remembered liking this guy the most. He's more memorable of a character. You greet the meat seller. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, master, hello. He's kind of like Doug from Up. Master, again I thrill to the fact you wish to know about Kalb. Good old Kalb, faithful Kalb, gentle Kalb. Never once have I been tempted to eat this yummy, tasty, chewy, nose-tingling, mouth-watering, blood-encrusted meat which surrounds me, although I do tend to drool a lot over it. Nor have I ever given in to the darker, deeper, wolfish instincts and chased that fuzzy, furry feline descendant of a cat which has a stand next to mine up the nearest baobab tree, although he does twitch his tail as he walks. I have always been a very good Kalb, except for the time I bit the oil merchant. Yeah. Meat? You want to know about my meat? You actually want to know about my meat? How wonderful, how glorious. You're asking me, miserable mongrel of a meat merchant, me, about my meat? Yes, this is the meat for you. It's the flesh for a pharaoh, meat made for monarchs, the sustenance of sultans. We have rump roast of rhino, withers of wildebeest, and aged ankle of antelope. There's the stew of the new and the zebu too. There's fillet of frog and foot of warthog, the tongue of a tapir, done in by a rapier. I've the brain of a baboon, the lungs of a loon, the heart of a hippopotamus, and the pancreas of a platypus. Choose from cold cuts of camel, sliced slivers of sloth, my choice chops of cheetah, or bushbucks in broth. Care for elephant fritters or porcupine pie, an ounce of fresh ostrich or bandicoot thigh? They're all to be eaten if only you'll buy, but if you won't buy them, I swear that I'll cry. My God. Work of art. More about meat. On second thought, you'd rather not know. Okay. You wish to ask me, the dog of Tarna, about the bazaar? I am honored and overjoyed. I am overwhelmed and underpaid. I am piddling at your feet with pride. You ask me about this bazaar? This is the bazaar. Oh, generous and gracious master, a secret I have found for you. It was buried deep as a bone, but I undug it for you. It ran like a rabbit, but I chased it for you. Listen, O master, and you shall hear the most wondrous news I've heard this year. Yes, This is truly wondrous news. It is said that the Cubs have won the World Series. That's the second sports reference we've seen. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. Should we buy any meat? He is a good boy, right? So I guess we should buy some meat rations. So we could buy meat rations or we could buy fish rations. These are pretty cheap. I'm pretty sure that you can bargain all the way down to 1 with this guy because he's just such a, I don't know, a dog. But oh, goody, goody, goody. If the good master offers a price, I will accept it. I am the most lucky Kalb in the world. Like, you can kind of just manipulate him. So I don't know if I should buy this, but I will. Oh, most magnanimous, magnificent, munificent, beneficent, benevolent, malevolent, non-violent, ultraviolet, ultra-liberal lover of small furry animals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. May your meat never molder or crawl with disgusting, creepy maggots. You won't regret this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You pay for it and put it away in your pack. Wow. Well, no points, but dried meat. You're not sure what animal this came from, but it looks like jerky now. It's a good, cheap way to get rations and food. Alright, what's this guy up to? You see rows of amulets hanging down. There is a tiger deterrent amulet, must really work since there are no tigers in Fricana. An Ardor attractor says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish" on it, and an I like Ike button. On the rack, you see a variety of amulets, some obvious, some obscure. There is an anti-aircraft amulet, an in-law repellent, garlic and dead mouse, and an aluminum siding salesman alert. This stand has amulets of many types, shapes, and sizes. One amulet has a sign which says, "Ward against starvation," and looks like a string of dried fish. One amulet reads, "Frostbite preventer," and looks like fuzzy mittens. Okay, well, I think that's all we can see. This man looks slightly disreputable and untrustworthy. Well, time to get scammed. I have an amulet guaranteed to ward off moose. Look at this guy, what a badass. Looks like Jimi Hendrix. Since you recall that there are no moose in Fricana, that amulet might actually work. Then again... You greet the amulet seller. Good day, Buona. Can I interest you in an amulet? What do you got? Fine, Buona, fine. Can I sell you an amulet which prevents accidental death by vacuum cleaners? No? What even is that? Buona, amulets are magical and can do many things. I have amulets of protection and prevention. I have amulets of attraction. All amulets are guaranteed to work when used correctly. I sell these magical items for a mere 30 royals. The Bazaar at Tarna is the place to buy magical amulets, Buona. Someone told me that the fish seller knows better than to eat his own fish. Alright, well, we actually don't even have the option to buy an amulet, so I'm just gonna say goodbye. You say goodbye to the amulet seller. Wait, you have not yet purchased an amulet. Yeah, well, and who's over here? Good day, Effendi. Let's take a look. You see some more brightly colored fabric. At this stand, you can see a variety of cloth, dresses, scarves, and robes for sale. This woman looks attractive, but she has a haughty expression. Okay. You greet the cloth seller. I am honored, Effendi. So we can buy either cloth or a robe. I am most well, thank you, Effendi. I will be happy to sell you some fine clothes and robes worthy of a prince, Effendi. I also sell bolts of cloth for the making of clothes. The clothes which I sell are very elegant and designed for formal occasions, Effendi. The robes which I sell are more suited to the natives of this land. The Simbani wear them for special ceremonies and events. Okay. Well, this is the southernmost end of the bazaar, Effendi. Forgive me, Effendi, but I do not listen to gossip, nor do I spread it. Oh, she's above all that. Well, we have a robe for 10 royals. Do we need this? No, I don't think so. You do not see anything you really need right now. Okay, so That's interesting. You can click buy cloth, but you can't actually buy it. But we could buy a robe. I should write down the stuff that I've been able to buy here that I have not actually bought. There's a zebra skin, fine spear. We bought the beads, and then there's a fine robe. So these all feel like kind of nice things, right? Things you would give to someone else, but not necessarily things that Conrad would take with him as an adventurer. You say farewell to the cloth merchant. Farewell, Effendi, but it's good to know that they're here. This drummer looks like he really enjoys his music. The drums are made from stretched animal hides. Cool. The steps lead out to the boat dock. I don't think we can go down there. The river flows up to the docks and around them, but you see a small bowl filled with coins for the drummer. Let's actually give him... There we go. The drummer smiles at you as you give him 10 commons. Nice. Got some points. It's always good to give money to people. I don't think we can talk to him, though. He smiles and shakes his head. He doesn't seem to know your language, and honestly, rude while talking to someone who's in the middle of performing. Alright, let's try to walk down here. And we can't. Okay, so that, I think, concludes our tour of the bazaar. We have still quite a bit of money. I'm kind of reconsidering buying these gifts. Like, maybe he'll just buy them. Whoops. He'll just buy these and just keep them in his chest. Should we just do that instead? Just in case, because all in all, it's not a ton of money. Whoops, we're getting stuck here. Let's go ahead and buy this fine robe. Let's just buy it. The cloth from which the robe is made is worth more than you offer. Ooh, can't even... That offer will pay for the work of the one who made the robe. However, you must still pay for the material. It's not even coming down, so I have to pay 10 royals for it. That will be acceptable, Effendi. Okay, so we have the robe. Let's take a look. Oh, I didn't actually purchase it. I just bargained. And I got points. Thank you, Effendi. So, you know what? The game is rewarding consumerism. It does look like a nice robe. The robe has been hand-dyed and nicely embroidered. It looks fit for a chief. Cool. Look. We'll rationalize this as just buying some souvenirs. We bought everything. Buy something from every merchant. We bought some rope. We'll buy some oil. Why not? We'll buy some fish. Yeah, let's buy some fish too. If I were power gaming, I think I would wait to actually let my communication go up so I could get better deals. If I sell my fish for such a price, my sister will be very angry. You sell your fish too cheap, says she. But for you, Effendi, I will make a deal. You will not find a fresher dried fish in all the city. Surely you can accept this price. I don't know. It is a very fine dried fish for such a low price, Effendi, but you are a good bargainer, says I. Oh, I got it there. Nice. Thank you very much, Effendi. May you never have a day without fish. I don't know how long that's going to last. Dried fish. If you were starving to death, this might look appetizing. Yeah, so that's actually more expensive than the meat. Just another way of eating food. Oh yeah, and we need to talk to these guys too. So let's actually go up. Let's buy this fine spear, and then we'll buy the skin too. I don't think we need a dagger. This spear seems cool because it's a different kind of weapon. I don't think we'll take the dagger. Maybe we should. bargain for this. Forgive me, but I cannot make such a deal. Ooh, I think I made him mad. It was too low. So we have to buy it now, at that price. It is good. You are happy. I am happy. We have done well. Let's buy this too. These are just nice things, right? So let's not go down to 5. Let's try to go down to 8. I would be losing more money than I would earn for such a price. My friend, make me another offer. I will starve at such a price. However, since you are such a most excellent customer, I will listen to your next offer. He's not coming down at all. Let's try 14. So be it. You have bargained beyond my skills, and I am overwhelmed. The deal is now yours. Alright, 14, I will take it. It is good. You are happy. Alright. We're getting points for all these things, right? So I think it's good that we're doing this. This is a long dagger suitable for close-in fighting. It is not balanced properly for throwing. Fine spear. It's a well-made spear. Okay, so we've got a lot of things. The only thing we haven't bought is that zebra skin, and we're just going to go buy this right now, too. Okay, and while we're here, I will buy another water skin, I think, because I think 1 is really not enough. Get this down to 150 maybe. That is too low. But he did drop it by 10 there. Alright, 170 it is. I will buy 2 of these. That seemed to be the right number for Shapir. And then the zebra skin is 5 royals. Let's try 3. That is too low. Okay, down to 4. We'll buy that. Okay. Loads of things. We can probably put a lot of these things in our pack. These carefully tanned hides have that unique striped look that tells you they probably once belonged to zebras. Alright, and that's the bazaar, folks. A lot of shopping. Very reminiscent of Quest for Glory 2. Oh wait, we haven't talked to these guys yet. We're kind of just front-loading all the shopping. Oh, did we want to buy oil, just in case? Let's just do it, to be a completionist. 100 centimes. Commons, I mean. Or centimes. If I accepted your offer, I would lose money. However, because you are such a fine man, I will make you a deal. Not a great deal. Very well. You have out-bargained me, and I shall remain a poor man forever. Alright, may you slide easily and quickly through life, Effendi. We did not get any points, but whatever. Don't let that stop us. Alright. Last but not least, these guys. Hello, young man. You look like you could use some of our mostly new items. Pop, these items aren't new, you know that. I didn't say they were new, dummy. I said they were mostly new. In the world of sales, you gotta learn to accentuate the positive. In other words, lie. I didn't say that. You wanna blow this sale? Just you listen and keep your mouth shut. As I was saying, we have the finest selection of mostly new items in the land of Tarna. What can I sell you? Look at this stuff. You ever see any better partially used items anywhere? I thought you were calling it mostly new. Will you just get out of here and let me handle this, dummy? See a good-looking young man. You see an older gentleman with a contentious look and a twinkle in his eyes. So, these guys get their own music. So, that must mean something, right? Buy junk goods? You greet the junk dealers. Hello. What can we sell you today? I have been feeling very poorly lately, neighbor, and soon we'll be going to that great junkyard in the sky. Pop, you aren't going to die. Well, you will, dummy, if you don't shut up. Pop! As I was saying, friend, could you see it to make an old man's last days happy by buying something? What do you even have? Just look around. Have you ever seen such quality used items gathered anywhere? Everyone is a guaranteed anachronism. Pop, don't you mean antique? I know what I mean. You keep out of this. As I was saying, they are all real antiques that you won't be able to buy anywhere else, so get them here. If you were looking for the bazaar, you have come to the right place. If you have money, then you are talking to the right man. I know I got something you need somewhere. There's talk about some old Liontar king coming back to talk about peace. And we know about that too. Alright, well, what do they even have? All they have is this tinderbox. But you know what? We actually could use this because we weren't able to light Salim's pipe in the apothecary, so we should get this. Let's bargain. I'm gonna go down by 50 commons. You have got to be kidding. For this genuine, guaranteed no money back antique, I can't accept less than 200 commons. Pop, it's only a tinderbox. Who's the dummy around here, dummy? At any rate, I'll accept 200 commons for the item. Look, I'll make you a deal for this. That guy's willing to deal. Why don't you just steal it instead of cheating me? This tinderbox has real sentimental value. It was given to Caesar by Cleopatra. It was inscribed on the cover, "To Caesar, with love, Cleo." The lettering has just been worn off because Caesar used it so much lighting bonfires. I can't sell such a thing for less than 199 commons. Pop, you just picked that up the other day. It's not even used. I say we offer this amount. I'm doing this just mainly to get the dialogue. This tinderbox has 1,000 uses. You can use it to light a candle, an oil lamp, a campfire. You can't buy a more useful item. It will even save you from monsters at night. Surely, for something that saves your life, you'd be willing to pay a mere 198 commons. Pop, I think this amount is fair. Okay, it's a deal. What do you mean it's okay? You want us to lose all of our money, dummy? I'm coming, Lisbeth. I'm coming soon. Our only son is trying to give away all the things we worked for. This is it. It's the big one. Oh, Pop. Alright. You are always welcome back if you want to buy something. You pay for it and put it away in your pack. Alright. You say goodbye to the junk dealers. Don't bother to come back unless you want to buy something. Hey, Pop, that's being rude. Stranger, come back and chat anytime. As long as you have money to spend, come and chat. Okay. Alright. That's it. That's the bazaar. And I don't really... You don't want to be late for your meeting tomorrow. You head for your room so that you will be well rested. Oh. Wow. So that's literally it. We didn't even give it a chance. So I guess we're leaving today. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. Okay. You get up just in time for your meeting and quickly head to the Hall of Judgment. Ooh, here we go. 2 months ago, the Simbani requested that we aid them in their war against the Leopard Men. It was the decision of this council to send emissaries to the Leopard Men to determine their grievances. The peace mission was ambushed at night by creatures or beings unknown. Evidence and the account of the sole survivor of the ambush, Khatib Mukarram, indicate the Leopard Men. A warrior of Tarna, Rishaka Dar Krisha, was discovered missing from the bodies of the emissaries. Signs and scent indicate some sort of struggle, and then all trace of Rishaka was lost. Rishaka Dar Krisha is presumed to be dead or else a prisoner of the Leopard Men. It is our duty to seek revenge upon the Leopard Men for those who are lost. The Liontars had no business involving themselves in the deeds of humans. The peace mission should never have occurred. It is the duty of all those in Tarna to care for her people, and the humans are as much the people of Tarna as the Liontars. So we've seen 4 different people on the council. Krisha is the mage representative. We saw a priestess, that's like religious representative, some sort of military commander. This is this one. The warriors of Tarna desire revenge and the right to gain honor through battle. I'm curious about the other one that we saw at the beginning. There is no honor in war, warrior of Tarna. There is only death. My magic indicates that there are signs of demonic activity. If demons are involved, it is they who are the enemy, not the leopard men. Council of Judgment, I, Rakeesh Tarna, stand before you. I swear by my honor to prevent the war and to bring peace to all Tarna. Yeah, this one, I wonder what she represents. Rakeesh Tarna has sworn by his honor to bring peace to Tarna. If he fails, he shall be deemed honorless and shall be banished from Tarna forever. It's a bit extreme. Do you, Prince of Shapir, also swear by your honor to bring peace? Yep. Absolutely, we're two paladins. Two bros. The council will respect the honor of Rakeesh Tarna and allow him time to fulfill his oath. King Raja orders Rakeesh and the Prince of Shapir to meet with him in his chambers immediately. Okay. Raja Tarna, I stand before you. Rakeesh Tarna, you stand before me in honor. You tell Raja you stand before him. You stand before me in honor, human. Rakeesh, are you so besotted by humans that you pledge your honor for them? What in the name of Sekhmet do you think you are doing? I have always pledged my honor to save lives, my lord. You, human, do you understand what it means to pledge honor? I think I do. You have just gained the paladin's magical ability to heal. You tell Raja the meaning of honor. When I want a lecture upon honor from you, I will ask it, human. You did ask of Raja, after all. When I want your comments, Rakeesh, I shall ask for them. Rakeesh, you and I have disagreed on many things, but I have always cared for you as my brother. I care greatly for you, Raja, and respect you as well. However, if I feel that Tarna must go to war, it shall go to war. Even if I must strip you of all honor, Rakeesh, Tarna will go to war. I only request that you wait until my friend here and I have done all we can to prevent this war. I will wait, but do not take too long. If the Simbani march against the leopard men, I intend that Tarna shall aid them. You, human, do you have anything further to say? Let's just talk about honor again, why not? Do not speak to me of honor, human, I am a Liontar. Rakeesh, I cannot understand why you risk your honor and your life for humans. You could stay here in Tarna as my advisor or lead my armies as a commander. To risk everything for peace is beyond my understanding. This is an old argument between us, Raja, mother's son. Must we fight in front of my friend? Human, leave us now. So they can fight. Alright. Say goodbye to Raja. I will meet you just outside the gates of Tarna. Then we will go to the Simbani village together. You now leave to meet Rakeesh again outside the city gates. Here we go. Finally venturing outside. It feels very good to be back in my homeland, my friend. This is the savannah, the high grasslands that teem with animals. There are few animals which will bother a traveler here. The zebras and other herd animals will avoid you. Even the tigers will seek other prey. Thought there were no tigers. However, there are things that are not quite animals. They have little fear of humans and may attack. The field guide to Eastern Fricana will help you, so study it well. I will be using my skills as a paladin to avoid danger, which I guess I can't do. Yet. As a paladin becomes more in tune with the essential rightness of the universe, he gains certain new abilities, such as healing. The more good one does, the more good things one can do. And we just unlocked healing, actually. I have been a paladin for a long time now, ever since the demons last invaded this land. We must prevent this war between people, and drive any demons back to the world from which they came. I love this map, actually. You are but a new paladin, but already your powers grow with each act of kindness. The first thing a paladin learns is how to make his sword glow with the blue fire of honor. This adds to your weapon's damage and allows it to harm things that cannot be harmed with normal weapons. It is getting dark, and this looks like a good place to camp for the night. It is always best to have a campfire at night. It drives off many things. If you don't yet own a tinderbox, I would advise you to purchase one when you return to Tarna. Well, we picked that one up already, so we're sorted, I think. Rakeesh starts a fire and you share some food he brought with him. Then you both lie down to sleep. That's my time, so I'll just get to a good stopping point. Good morning, my friend. Let's continue our journey to the Simbani village. As you have gained in experience and spread goodness, the next skill you will gain is the power to heal. This gift of healing can be used upon yourself or others. However, it pulls upon your inner strength and cannot be used if you allow yourself to become weakened. What does that mean? Can't use it at low health? It doesn't make sense. Maybe it uses stamina. As you grow more in tune with the essential rightness of the universe, you will be able to feel the rightness of all things. You will be able to sense when danger is near. Cool. So a spider sense. When you have done much good, you will be able to protect yourself more fully. Whenever your sword is filled with blue fire, you shall be surrounded by an honor shield. This helps protect you from physical and magical harm. Alright, so there's 2 more things I think that we learn as a paladin. The more honorable acts you do, the greater your abilities. We are nearing the Simbani village, so I will speak more about being a paladin later, if you are interested. Absolutely. Habari Mazi Mongoje. Missouri Lineman Rakeesh, it is good to see you. It is good to see you, Mongoje. I have here a friend and brave warrior from afar to see the wonders of your village. Habari Bana. Okay, I think we will stop there. So we've just reached the Simbani village. I'll just save it right there. I remember this sounding a little bit different, so I wonder if my sound emulator was just better when I was growing up. Because it feels like it's using some kind of other MIDI thing right now. It doesn't sound bad, but it's not how I remembered it necessarily. Okay, so Simbani village. I guess next episode what we'll do is we'll talk to them. Oop. Behold the village of the Simbani from the pen. Here, I need to stop recording. I will go through this next time, folks. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.